Greetings! I'm so glad you're here. You're watching this video because you've started to notice something's off. The lights are on, yet your vision feels as though it's growing hazy. Are you having trouble reading labels at night? Is driving after sunset becoming an almost impossible chore? Once you switch off the lights and lie down, does the darkness seem to feel even more profound than it used to? Does it feel like your eyes are no longer adjusting as they once did? I want to assure you this is not just your imagination. This is what happens when your eyes aren't getting the nourishment they need, especially when you're resting. Welcome back to our series on how to protect your eyesight even while you sleep. Today, I want to show you a remarkably simple habit. It's so straightforward it might just take you by surprise. It's a small nighttime ritual that could help your eyes stay sharp for years to come through your 60s, 70s, and beyond. Is it really possible to support your vision while you sleep? Absolutely. And you won't need pills or surgery to do it. You just need to understand what your eyes are silently crying out for at night. You see, one of the most overlooked causes of nighttime vision loss in older adults is this: your eyes are starved. They aren't starving for light, but for the essential nutrients that help them recover, repair, and maintain their strength while you sleep. If you have ever wondered why your eyesight seems to deteriorate overnight, or why your eyes feel drier, blurrier, or slower to adjust in the dark, it could be a sign that your body is missing something right before you go to bed. But here's the good news. There are 4 potent proteins found in everyday foods that can help nurture your eyes while you sleep. They are readily available, simple to incorporate into your diet, and are scientifically proven to support the fragile tissues that preserve your vision. The last one, that final protein, may be the most powerful of them all, especially if you're seeking a plant-based alternative. Please stay with me, and I'll guide you through each one step by step. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. This channel is dedicated to providing real, practical health advice, especially for those of us over 60, so you never feel lost or forgotten again. Let's get started. Now let's talk about the first food on our list. It's nothing exotic. It doesn't have a superfood label, and there's no trendy hype surrounding it. It's just a simple boiled egg. But don't let its humble appearance fool you. Because when it comes to safeguarding your vision, particularly your night vision, boiled eggs are doing far more than you realize. Here's why. The yolk of an egg contains 2 nutrients that are absolutely crucial for maintaining eye health: lutein and zeaxanthin. These are carotenoids, which are plant pigments that build up in your retina, specifically in the macula, the part of your eye responsible for sharp central vision. Now here's the most important part. Your body cannot produce them on its own, and eggs are one of the most readily bioavailable sources of these nutrients. This means your body absorbs lutein and zeaxanthin from eggs much more efficiently than it does from vegetables like spinach or kale. In fact, one clinical study published in the Journal of Nutrition discovered that individuals who consumed just 1 egg a day for 5 weeks significantly increased the levels of both lutein and zeaxanthin in their blood without raising their cholesterol. But the benefits don't end there. Eggs are also packed with vitamin A, a nutrient that is absolutely vital for your ability to see in low-light conditions. Have you ever struggled to adjust your eyes in a dark room, or felt like oncoming headlights were blinding you while driving? This could be a subtle sign of a vitamin A deficiency, a condition that is surprisingly common in older adults. Vitamin A is utilized by the retina to convert light into electrical signals that your brain can interpret. Without it, your night vision mechanism becomes impaired. And when that happens, even simple everyday tasks like walking to the bathroom at night can become hazardous. Now let me ask you this. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night, tried to check the time on the clock, and everything appeared blurry? This might not just be due to aging. It could be that your eyes are not receiving the fuel they need. Boiled eggs provide that fuel. They are easy to digest, gentle on your stomach, And when consumed as part of a light dinner, or even as a late-night snack, they deliver a consistent supply of vision-supporting nutrients while you sleep. If you're concerned about cholesterol, here's what you should know. The most recent guidelines from the American Heart Association no longer set strict limitations on dietary cholesterol for healthy older adults. In moderation, 1 egg per day is considered safe for most people and can actually support overall eye and brain function. Now, I'm not suggesting that an egg will magically give you 20/20 vision overnight, but I am saying this nourishing your eyes before bed instead of letting them starve through the night is one of the most neglected things you can do for your vision. So tonight, why not try this? Boil an egg, let it cool, and sprinkle just a pinch of sea salt on it. Or none at all. Sit down, savor it slowly, and imagine all the small, unseen repairs your eyes are finally getting to make. Coming up next, we'll discuss a protein that's just as simple and familiar, but offers a creamy probiotic benefit that both your eyes and your gut will appreciate. Greek yogurt may seem like just another trendy health food, but when it comes to nighttime nourishment for your eyes, it's actually one of the smartest choices you can make. Let me explain why. Unlike regular yogurt, Greek yogurt is strained, which means it's richer in protein and contains far less sugar and lactose. This not only makes it gentle on the stomach before bed, but it also makes it a powerful delivery system for vision-protecting nutrients. Most people don't realize that your eyes have muscles, tiny ones, but they're incredibly active. These muscles help your pupils expand and contract, focus on objects, adjust to darkness, and follow movement. Just like every other muscle in your body, they need amino acids, the building blocks of protein, to function correctly and regenerate overnight. Greek yogurt contains casein protein, which is digested slowly over several hours. This is important because unlike whey protein, which digests quickly, casein releases amino acids steadily throughout the night, keeping those tiny muscles nourished while you sleep. And that's not all. Greek yogurt is also packed with zinc, a mineral that plays a crucial role in transporting vitamin A from your liver to your retina. Without zinc, there's no delivery, and without delivery, there's no vision. One study published in the Archives of Ophthalmology demonstrated that increasing zinc intake slowed the progression of age-related macular degeneration (AMD) in older adults, which is one of the primary causes of vision loss after 60. Let me share a brief story. Eleanor, a 73-year-old patient of mine, came to me feeling defeated. She told me, "Doctor, I used to read for hours. Now I can barely make out the numbers on my pill bottle at night." We reviewed her daily habits and discovered she was consuming almost no protein in the evening. I suggested one small change, half a cup of Greek yogurt before bed. Just 3 weeks later, she told me she no longer had to strain to read labels. She also felt more confident moving around in the dark. It wasn't a miraculous change, just slow, steady repair, and it gave her confidence back. You might be thinking, but I'm lactose intolerant. You're not alone. Most Greek yogurts contain significantly less lactose than milk, and many people who can't tolerate milk can manage a small portion of Greek yogurt just fine. You can also find lactose-free options in most grocery stores today. So how do you incorporate it? It's simple. Have a small bowl of plain or lightly flavored unsweetened yogurt. Add a sprinkle of cinnamon or a few blueberries for an extra dose of antioxidants. Eat it about an hour before you go to bed. That's all it takes. You don't need a prescription. You don't need expensive supplements. You just need to provide your body with the tools to do what it already knows how to do: heal itself. Next, we'll explore a nighttime food that is often overlooked yet quietly powerful. It doesn't just support your vision, it may also help you sleep better than you have in years. Let's talk about cottage cheese. If there's one food that doesn't get nearly enough credit for what it does at night, it's cottage cheese. Most people view it as old-fashioned, something you might find on a hospital tray or in a low-fat diet from the 90s. But what they don't realize is that this simple food might be one of the best things you can eat before bed especially if you're struggling with both sleep and vision. Let's start with what makes it so special. Cottage cheese is one of the richest natural sources of casein protein. This is the same slow-digesting protein we discussed with Greek yogurt, but it's present in even higher amounts. That slow digestion is key. When you eat cottage cheese at night, you're providing your body with a steady supply of amino acids throughout the night without causing a spike in blood sugar or taxing your digestive system. This supports the repair and regeneration of your ocular tissues, particularly the retina, which is under constant oxidative stress as we age. But that's only part of the story. Here's something most people don't know. Cottage cheese contains tryptophan, an amino acid that helps boost serotonin and melatonin levels. These two brain chemicals are crucial not only for falling asleep, but for entering the deep restorative sleep stage, the exact stage where your eyes perform most of their cellular repair. A 2012 study in the British Journal of Nutrition found that consuming casein-rich foods like cottage cheese 30 to 60 minutes before bedtime not only improved sleep quality in older adults, but also enhanced overnight muscle recovery. Now, why does sleep matter so much for your eyes? Because your eyes are the only part of your body that stays in almost constant motion even while you're resting. During REM sleep, your eyes move rapidly beneath your closed eyelids, processing visual input from the day, flushing out waste, and restoring critical connections. If your sleep is shallow or fragmented, this cycle is disrupted. Over time, that can lead to more inflammation, more oxidative stress, and less protection against degenerative eye conditions. Cottage cheese helps you avoid that cycle. It doesn't overload your stomach. It doesn't cause blood sugar crashes. Instead, it gently nourishes your muscles, your nervous system, and yes, your eyes. Now, if you're wondering how to incorporate it into your routine, here's my suggestion. Start small, just 3 or 4 spoonfuls about 45 minutes before bed. You can eat it plain or add a few slices of banana or a sprinkle of flax seeds for added fiber and flavor. I know it isn't flashy, but this isn't about flash. It's about function. And sometimes it's the most neglected foods, the quiet, ordinary ones, that provide your body with exactly what it's been missing. Next, I want to show you something different. It's plant-based. It's packed with eye-healthy compounds, and it might be the most effective option of all, especially for those of you who want a lighter meat-free choice before bed. Let's talk about tofu. Now let's talk about something completely different. No eggs, no dairy, just a simple block of tofu. You might know that tofu is a staple in vegetarian diets. But what most people don't realize is that it's also one of the most underrated superfoods for your eyes, especially when consumed before bed. Let me show you why. Tofu is made from soybeans, which are rich in plant-based protein and contain a group of natural compounds called isoflavones. These isoflavones, particularly genistein and digoxin, are potent antioxidants. They have been shown to reduce inflammation in retinal tissues, protect the lens from oxidative stress, and even slow the progression of cataracts and age-related macular degeneration. A 2020 review published in the journal Nutrients found that a higher intake of soy isoflavones was associated with better retinal function and a reduced risk of degenerative eye conditions in older adults, particularly women over 60. But there's more. Tofu is also an excellent source of calcium, iron, and omega-3 fatty acids, a rare combination in plant-based foods. All three play a role in maintaining healthy blood flow to the retina, reducing eye dryness, and supporting the thin membranes that protect your eye surface while you sleep. Now here's what I love most about tofu for nighttime consumption. It's incredibly easy on the digestive system. It won't cause bloating. It won't keep you awake. And because its flavor is so neutral, you can prepare it in 100 different ways, either sweet or savory, to fit your evening routine. Let me tell you about George, a 69-year-old retired mailman who came to me with 2 problems. "Doctor," he said, "my eyes burn every morning and I can't sleep through the night." George was lactose-intolerant diabetic and skeptical about trying anything new. I suggested a small change: a few slices of silken tofu, lightly sautéed with turmeric and olive oil, to be eaten about an hour before bed. He called me 2 weeks later. No more burning eyes and fewer trips to the bathroom at night. He even laughed when he said, "I still don't like tofu, but I think my eyes do." Sometimes that's all it takes. If you've never used tofu before, don't worry. You can find pre-cooked tofu cubes in most grocery stores. Eat them cold or warm them gently with a little ginger or sesame oil. Or you can go the sweet route. Blend silken tofu with a few berries or cinnamon to create a creamy pudding that is as healing as it is comforting. And no, soy will not mess with your hormones. That myth has long been disproven by large-scale studies, including one published in JAMA, which confirmed that moderate soy intake is completely safe for both men and women, even in older age. So if you're looking for a lighter, plant-powered way to nourish your eyes before bed, this just might be your answer. Next, I'll show you how to combine everything we've talked about into one simple nighttime routine. Something realistic, enjoyable, and easy to maintain even on your most tired days. Let's bring it all together. By now you've learned about 4 simple, everyday foods: boiled eggs, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, and tofu. Each one has its own unique way of nourishing your eyes while you sleep. Now the question is, how do you actually incorporate them? The answer is simpler than you think. You don't need to eat all 4 every night. You don't need a strict plan or complicated recipes. What you need is a calm, nourishing nighttime routine. One that fits your lifestyle, supports your digestion, and gives your body what it needs to protect your vision naturally. Here's a gentle approach I often recommend to my patients. Step 1. Choose one protein per night. Start by picking just one of the 4. If you're craving something warm and savory, go with a boiled egg or tofu sautéed with herbs. If you prefer something creamy and cool, Greek yogurt or cottage cheese are perfect. Rotate them throughout the week to keep things interesting and balanced. Step 2. Add it 45 to 60 minutes before bed. This timing allows your body to begin digesting and absorbing nutrients without interfering with your sleep. Avoid pairing it with sugar-heavy carbs or caffeine. These can spike your blood sugar or keep you awake. Instead, try adding a sprinkle of flax seeds, a few slices of banana, or a pinch of cinnamon for extra nutrients. Step 3. Stay consistent even when you don't feel like it. This is the most challenging part. Not because it's difficult to do, but because it's easy to forget when you're tired or when your vision problem doesn't feel urgent. But remember this, your eyes don't suddenly go bad. Vision loss is a gradual process, and that means protection has to be consistent. It's like brushing your teeth, but you're brushing your vision from the inside out. Step 4. Watch for the small victories. You might not wake up tomorrow with crystal clear vision. But after a few weeks, you may notice you're not squinting at the clock as much, that you're navigating the hallway with more confidence at night, and that your eyes feel less dry in the morning. These are signs of progress, and the beautiful thing is that this progress is yours to keep, because it doesn't depend on expensive treatments or waiting for someone else to fix it for you. It's something you're doing with a spoon, a fork, and a few quiet minutes before bed. If you have diabetes, high blood pressure, or cholesterol concerns, these foods are still safe. Just speak to your doctor about appropriate portion sizes. But in general, these are gentle, low-sugar, low-sodium options that fit well into most senior nutrition plans. So as the sun sets tonight, ask yourself this: what would happen if I stopped letting my eyes starve while I sleep? What if one small habit could actually make a big difference? Coming up next, I'll remind you of the one thing that matters more than any food, any supplement, or any advice: the belief that it's not too late to protect what you still have. Let's talk about hope. I want to leave you with this message. You have not missed your opportunity. You have not run out of time. You are not too old, and it is not too late. So many people over 60 believe their eyesight is simply fading, that vision loss is an inevitable part of aging. But in reality, there is so much you can still protect and even strengthen just by showing up for yourself in small, consistent ways. You see, your eyes are not just windows to the world. They are a reflection of your inner health. They reveal how well you nourish yourself, how gently you rest, and how much you still believe you're worth taking care of. So if this video sparked even a tiny bit of hope in you, if it reminded you that healing doesn't have to be loud or dramatic, then I want you to remember this: every quiet choice matters. 1 boiled egg, 1 spoonful of Greek yogurt, 1 bowl of cottage cheese, a few tender cubes of tofu. Each one is a message to your body that you are still choosing to see, still choosing to live fully, clearly, and with dignity. If you've made it all the way to this point, thank you. Thank you for staying with me. Thank you for taking your vision seriously. I know it's not always easy, but you are not alone on this journey. If this video helped you in any way, would you do me a small favor? Please give it a like, share it with someone who might need it, and leave a comment below. I read every single one. And if you're new here, I'd be honored to have you subscribe. This channel is here for you to make sure you never feel lost or forgotten when it comes to your health. Your eyes have been working hard for you your whole life,